Hello, good morning. Today's induction. A lot of times I just say we can have the short version, which just means you sign the bottom of the box. But today we're going to do the long version because you don't understand what I'm saying anyway. So, the question, if you have a look at the bottom of the forms, there's obviously a list of where you sign and date it. That's the most important part because that covers my back if anything goes wrong. So we'll start off with question 1. I need to see your CSCS cards because that's the way the world is at the moment. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. I can get them for £45 each, so it's fine. We can get you covered that way, it's fine. I'm the first aider, so obviously I'll look after anything that's obviously go wrong. But obviously I don't want to go in the accident book because that affects my bonus, and my bonus is important to me. Next question, welfare. Canteen, we like to keep it clean, but it's trying to tell the trades that. When you put your food in the microwave, please make sure you cover it because last month the bricklayer's curry exploded and you'll still get droplets from the top of the microwave inside, so please make sure you cover it. It's the last thing you want is taste the curry on your cereals or whatever. Toilets, there's one ladies and one gents. I wouldn't recommend the gents because the chippy's been in this morning and that's the massive log in there. But I tend to use the ladies myself. One, because you don't get many ladies on site. But the only thing you'll have to do is move all the materials out the way that's stored in. I like to store the toilet rolls in there and all the other bits and pieces in there, so when you use it you have to move that out the way. Question 4. We are considered constructors' sites, so when you leave site, please don't throw your rubbish out the van as you go out the gate. Just make sure you throw it further down the road because obviously I'm after awards, so I need to keep it looking good. Question 6. Do apologise. Question 5. I was getting ahead of myself there. Question 5. If you have any medical conditions I need to know about, because I have bipolar, but I live with that. That's part of my problems, but we all get over it. Question 6, PPE, which is quite an important thing. Needs to be worn all the time when you come to sign in the mornings. After that, I don't care because I don't come out of the office anyway. Question 7, hazards out on site. We know most of them. There's pieces of ply that cover the big holes, the manholes out on site, so don't lift any bits of ply. So just be careful of those. Be careful obviously when the scaffolders are dropping the scaffolding because they just bomb them down. So just make sure you keep away from those. And obviously where the roofers throw their battens down with their nails sticking up, just be careful of that as well. But there's obviously other bits and pieces, so just be careful of all those other hazards. But if you see anything, please let us know. Not necessarily do anything about it, but let us know. Next one, trips and falls. Yeah, just be careful, obviously, slips and falls. Just be careful, obviously, the bricklayers' bands, because the bricklayers tend to like throwing them around and just don't care. And you'll end up getting caught your foot in it, so just be careful with that. And also be careful with the toilet floor, that can get quite wet, and if you slip on that, you don't really want to slip on that. It's not nice. Question 8, fire. If you see a fire on site, make sure you let Paul the labourer know, because that's quite important for me. It's very important for me in a way, because it gives him a chance to actually empty the timber out the skip, because then that obviously helps my bonus at the end of the month. And so it's quite important for me. So the other thing, obviously, falls. Oh yeah, someone told me the other day about a fall from a window of the 3rd floor, and I said to him, you're looking at the worst case scenario, you could only fall to the 2nd, so we know about these issues, but say, not necessarily do anything about them. Alright, next question, question 9. If you hear an air horn go off once, just only once, remember that's a 5-minute warning for the health and safety people coming to visit the site. So that gives you 5 minutes to make sure the area is safe. You put your PPE on and stop work. Then after that, you'll hear an horn twice. That means it's safe to carry on and crack on. And obviously don't waste much time. Question 10. that you've got another form there to sign your RAMs and risk assessment, that you've actually read them. We know you don't, but you need to sign the box, because that covers my back at the end of the day, because it's all about ticking boxes for me and making sure obviously I'm covered, because I don't want to be the one going to prison or whatever because you didn't sign the boxes. But make sure you sign them. Question 11, site hours. Normally it's 7:30 till 5 o'clock, but we know you don't get there till like 9 o'clock, and you like to go at 2:30 or to 3 o'clock, which is fine, because it means I can get away at 3 o'clock, 3:30 or whatever myself, sort of thing. So that's all good for me. And that's it really. So just sign the bottom of the box and get out there and get on with work. Thank you, and have a great day. Take care.